Today we're going to talk about a horrific situation that has taken place in Russia in a town called Vasilyevo. This is where it's being reported that a 5-year-old threw a 21-day-old baby sibling out of the window because they were jealous of having a sibling. Cannot even fathom that situation at all. Really sad and horrific. But the reports are that the 5-year-old and the 21-day-old baby were left home alone by their mum. Their dad was at work. Mum left the two babies at home while she went out. And some of the reports are saying that there were some passers-by sort of like within the streets that were hearing like the little girl scream before they saw the baby being held out the window, 40 foot. So, I mean, I cannot imagine the grief that, because the sadness of this is that this is the same parents for the 5-year-old and the 21-day-old. Sad that the babies were left home alone. Again, we don't really know too much information. The Russian authorities haven't provided a lot of information around what transpired in order, like the children were left home alone, or actually the babies were left home alone. That information is not being provided. I mean, either way, it's really difficult because you don't want to judge. Just to think that children were left alone, they might have been, I mean, I cannot even imagine that took place. But anyway, the passers-by, when they sort of like saw the baby being held out the window, they called the emergency services, who responded. But the baby was pronounced dead when they arrived. Which is sad, because as a mother, you know, what do? Your 5-year-old has just thrown the baby out the window and the baby is no longer here as a result of that. So the grief is just 360 and also what's sad is that, you know, the mum left them home alone. But again, it's really difficult to make a lot of comments around that because we don't know. The mum only had a 21-month-old baby. We don't know, did she have help? Did she not have help? What was going on sort of like with the mum? We don't have that information in terms of, you know, she was a new mum and had a 5-year-old. Her mental health, again, how was that? Was she being looked after? Again, this case just causes more questions than there are answers at the moment. The Russian authorities were saying that there might be an investigation that will be opened into, again, the reasons why this has taken place. So they'll be looking into why the children were left on their own. But to think that a 5-year-old has that much jealousy in them to be able to throw the baby out the window suggests, you know, what type of situation and home life was taking place with them. Again, it's really just even from the outside, hearing about the facts that have taken place in there, I could not imagine in terms of what that household, what are the long-term effects on that little girl? What are the long-term effects on the mum? Because again, as I say, I appreciate that she left the babies alone, but we don't know what led to that situation, that she's left the babies at home. We don't know what she was thinking. We don't know whether she was struggling or not. We don't know the dynamics within the family. Do they have family close by? Again, just so many questions. This is a developing story. This is something that has happened very recently. So what we'll do is on this platform, I will just ensure that, you know, whenever there's an update, I will update it on here, just in order to sort of find out what's going on and what the outcome is within that case. Again, really sad. Prayers go out to the family, lots of love, because I think they need help all round. The 5-year-old needs help, you know, for her to navigate the gravity of what she's done. But then again, she's 5. Does she realize what she's done? So loads of questions and answers on this one. Loads and loads of questions. We'll see how this develops and I will update it on here.